All right, guys, good afternoon. It is 1:15 Central Time. Hope everyone is having a great Monday. I know Ursula and I were just talking about how crazy the week has already turned out to be, and hopefully crazy in a good way. It's been good for both of us. Lots of business, lots of activity happening. We want the same to happen for you. So we definitely want to kickstart it with a great opportunity to talk with Ursula, who is actually one of our brand new Master Networks Mastery Assistant coaches. But we want to talk about what Ursula has been doing within her business. So again, Ursula, thank you so much for joining us today. First and foremost, how are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Really excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Looking forward to chatting. And guys, we're going to be talking for about 15 minutes or so today. We got a couple questions that I have a couple questions I'm going to ask Ursula. And then we are going to open it up to any Q&A that you may have as well. But we just want to kind of keep this short and sweet, get everyone excited about the opportunity that we have coming up later in the week with Ursula. But before we talk about that, tell us a little bit about what you are doing in your business, because you just finished a session today, correct?
Yeah, we just launched the Belief Zone Masterclass, which is based on my book, The Belief Zone. And there it is. And we're talking about, how beliefs, especially limiting beliefs, how they stop us from getting to the next level. So today we talked about clarifying what we want, which is really tough. Like a lot of times we think we think we want this, we think we want that, but we really narrowed it down to like what we want right now. And then on Wednesday, we're going to talk about what is stopping us, right? Like what's the number one limiting belief that's getting in our way? And I have a process and a system to take everyone through to figure out what that is. And on Friday, we're going to talk about how to collapse time and get there even faster, which is really fun. And that actually blows out more limiting beliefs than you can imagine. So today, lots of energy in the group. We had some folks from Master Networks, which was a lot of fun hanging out with us. And I just want to say, Michael, I'm super excited to be an assistant coach with Master Networks in the Mastery program. And I know I'm presenting this week later, and I've just enjoyed being part of your community. I loved being at the Connect conference. That was off the charts because we got to be with people again, like
humans in person. What is that? That's crazy, right?
I know. I mean, it was just amazing. It was so great just to meet Master Networks members from, all over the country and just to see what they're up to. And I wanted to say too, I was left feeling like a part of your extended family, because I'll say the people at Master Networks are amazing. They're caring, they're considerate, they're generous, they go the extra mile. So for anyone who's listening who isn't familiar with Master Networks, or if you're looking for a networking organization, I would encourage you to check them out. And there's Michael, tell us, how many chapters do you have if someone wants to get plugged in?
Sure. Yeah. So, and I do want to let everyone understand a little bit of your background, your experience when you first got on board in communication with Chaz and Master Networks. So we'll touch upon that here in just a bit. But masternetworks.com, if you guys go there, we are headquarters is based in Plano, Texas, but we are nationwide, soon to be Canada, and we are exploding in a great way. Our first quarter of this year was one of the best quarters that we've ever had in terms of growth. And we just went over 3,000 members. We actually went over 3,000 members on Chaz's birthday last week. I don't know.
Oh, that's amazing. I saw that.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool little birthday. But what was amazing about that is what got us over 3,000 was a brand new chapter that had just opened up in Chandler, Arizona. So we have regions all across the United States, but we have areas where we don't have regions, yet we still have chapters. Chandler is one of those. So we have massive growth that's happening. I know that we've got a brand new chapter opening up in Las Vegas, all over Utah. We're looking at opening up one in Boise. We're in communication about Idaho Falls. The Emerald Coast down in Florida just opened up. The Jersey Shore, give a fist pump for Jersey Shore, right? They just opened up. So it is massive, and it's a huge opportunity for people to start to communicate with their network. And I think, Ursula, you know this better than anyone else. If you want to improve your sales, it's all about relationship. And that's what we are all about, is getting into relationship with great people to where you can start to build your network to where you're going to help their business, but more importantly, help your business right along with them as well. And so that's what's been the win-win for us for many, many years. And tell everyone just a little bit of the backstory. How did you first get connected with Master Networks?
Yeah, that's a great question, because it is all about relationships, right? And you say it, Chaz, like Chaz says it, right? That's like the backbone of everything you do, is that you're just one relationship away from changing your life, changing your business, changing the trajectory of what's happening. And so like I was playing this back. So it goes back a long ways. Like you think about all the people that connected you. But most recently, I was introduced to Tina Greensdale and then her sister Tammy, who's part of Master Networks. And we got connected. We got connected through Sean Bouget, who's a friend and client of mine. And so it's the magical connections. And then Tina and Tammy got together and they thought they wanted to talk to Chaz about having me at your Connect conference. And so that just continued to unfold. And here we are. So it was through networking. It was through networking that I'm sitting here with you today.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Now, we talked a little bit about the belief zone and the training that you're doing. Let's talk a little bit about the assistant coach opportunity that we have. And fortunately, you've taken that opportunity and ran with it and have become one of our assistant coaches. We got 3 brand new assistant coaches to the Mastery program. We already have some amazing ones, Sarah being one of them, Sarah Bungie, Jason Wilson, Dave Jinks, the guru of all business training, is one of our assistant coaches. But we've also added 3 brand new assistant coaches, and you definitely are one of those. Let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be seeing on Friday in your conversation with our Mastery program.
Yeah. So Friday we're going to go back to the basics, right? Because I'm new to the Mastery program. And so I wanted to start with the basics, which is sales, like the bedrock of our businesses. And, it's what my background is in, and it's where I started with all of our clients. It's where we still start with our clients. We're going to talk about the 7 sales blocks that keep you stuck in scarcity. And while I thought that, I've been doing this one for years, and I thought, wow, is that what's next? I felt called because it's really about the basics, about the things that in selling that we miss. And, and it's easy to fall into the scarcity of there's not enough, especially coming out of the pandemic. I think a lot of people, business owners, like, you made it, right? You're still here. But yet, if you listen to the news, if you listen to sometimes your neighbors or people who mean well in your family, you can feel like small business, little bit, and I know Jazz hates that word, but businesses across the US have closed, like there's nothing left. And that's not the truth, right? Some of our businesses, some of our clients, some of your members had their best years in business ever. Master Networks is having their best quarter ever. There's so much possibility out there. So I want to unlock any beliefs around, that this isn't a good time to be in business or that there's scarcity out there. There is so much potential, but it goes back to the basics. So we'll look at, everything from who your target clients are now, which maybe that has shifted, right? How much you charge, how you're reaching out, how you're having conversations, and really what the sales process is. I break it down into simple steps to make it easy to reach that stretch goal this year.
And see, I love that, because that's a lot of what we practice and preach within the Mastery program, is getting back to the basics. A lot of people want to skip over the fundamentals, right? And they want to start sprinting before they can start walking. And you've got to learn that process. You've got to learn that concept. But it's always a good refresher to go back to that, because like you said, the foundations, they change. And they change because of the environment. They change because of society, the economic factors, all the different elements in there. But the one big part of it that doesn't really change is that relationship mindset, right? And really focusing on getting in relationship with the proper people, which is what gets us so excited about having you as part of the Mastery program, because we're in a relationship with you from a business point of view to help all of our members in Mastery, which is great. And I know they're so looking forward to the call this Friday. Guys, those that are not part of Mastery, now is a huge opportunity for you to take a look at what we're doing to help you to build and grow your business. I've got the link down below. It says 5+1 Mastery. Take a look at that for sure from a Master Networks point of view. Even if you're not part of Master Networks yet, you can still be part of Mastery. But also, like what Ursula was just talking about, let me pop this one back up here as well. TheBeliefZone.com. That's the training that Ursula is providing to all business owners that's out there. We've got Master Network members in there. But talk about some of the other industries that you're training within the Belief Zone right now.
Oh my gosh. I think we have every industry represented, and we have attendees from all over the world. So whether you sell a product or a service, this is going to speak to you, because it's really about your beliefs about what's possible. And like I said, today we dug into the places where we disqualify ourselves, right? The places where we say, I can't have $1 million business. I can't have a $10 million business, right? Well, who said that? Where did you get that belief? So if you're tired of disqualifying yourself or saying you're believing you're not enough or you don't have the right fill in the blank, you want to come and listen. Here's the cool thing. This is free. I didn't mention that. And if I were to sell this, it's probably a $997 value, but it's free because I want to give back right now. And I have clients in this group who've been with me for years who had breakthroughs and aha moments, right? And so it's new content that's coming through. And if you haven't experienced this before, shifting your limiting beliefs about what's possible and stepping into a new belief zone, it'll change the trajectory of your life. And like I said, we have clients coming from all over the United States and as far as South Africa, the Netherlands, Australia. So it's also great networking. Let's also say that it's a great opportunity.
I was going to say the same thing. It's like, I'm there for some free training. I'm going to pick up an amazing piece of information that's going to change my business. But more importantly, I'm also expanding my network of other successful business owners. So that's a win-win right there, right? For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And people are so active in there. They're introducing themselves. They're connecting. So we'd love to have you as well.
That's great. Now, and remind them, how long does that series run?
Yeah, great. Thank you for that. So it's this week. So I'm broadcasting live Monday today. I already broadcast at noon. It's recorded in there. Wednesday at noon and then Friday at noon Central Time. And I also, like I said, even if you can still register today and go back and watch the video from earlier today and still participate and get the full impact. And you get worksheets. I love worksheets. So you can get to come in, print them out and take it with you. I'm a big believer in writing it down so you remember exactly what you want to shift and change. So we'd love to have as many as want to come and play with us.
You're talking to a former high school and middle school teacher. So, I'm all about the worksheets as well. I like that. Right. Like that homework. Nobody liked that homework, but I made it fun. Made it to improve your business. All right. Now, one final question that I have for you, and then we'll open it up to any questions that the viewers may have. But you've had success in the past. You continue to have success now. What's the one thing that you do consistently to make that happen?
Yeah, such a great question. And for me, it's all about leaning into guidance, leaning into whether that's divine guidance, whether that's praying about something, whether that is asking for help. One of the things I've learned as a business owner is that not only can I not do it alone, I'm not meant to do it alone, nor do I want to anymore, right? Yeah, and so when I feel stuck, when I don't know the next step, I don't sit there anymore and try to just figure it out myself. Maybe I go for a walk, maybe I meditate, but something, I pray about it. Somebody always pops into my head or an idea pops into my head. And I know when I feel like I'm pushing boulders uphill, I know I'm not listening to the guidance that's coming in. I'm not listening. And like even this weekend, I've had a busy couple of weeks and I needed to unplug. I needed to disconnect. I needed to get quiet so that I could be prepared for the masterclass I'm doing this week. So I could be prepared for all the things that are coming. And I know when I do that, when I kind of back out of trying to figure it all out, the next step shows up, the next opportunity, the next person. So that's a great question. Thank you. And I really had to think about that.
Yeah, but that's a great answer. We have to get back centered, and whether that's meditation, reading the Bible, or going for a walk, some type of physical activity, it just kind of breaking away and having that moment to think and recenter yourself, and then find that path to move forward. And in many cases, that path to move forward is our connections and our relationships to others in business, in our personal life. That's
absolutely
such a good point. Yeah. So I love that answer. And we got some comments over here. Stephen said, I'm attending all three. Stephen Orphis is attending all three sessions of Ursula's sessions. And my sales team said, I'm sitting in there with me today and just got so much from it. Awesome. Paula Helgerson also said, Ursula's homework is fun. So don't get scared by the homework. The homework is fun.
Can I say something? I got to give a shout out to Paula. So this is how small the world is, right? This weekend I was at a track meet with my son. I look over, there's Paula. She was there with her daughter and her grandson. I mean, I love this small world. So we think Master and I were so big. And anyway, it was great to see her out in the community too.
We've got a great presence in Minnesota because of Sarah and all the work that she's done there in the region to help grow it. But Paula is definitely a big part of that. Paula's a big part of Mastery as well, along with Stephen and Ashley and many of the others that are on this call. So they are definitely looking forward to speaking with you further in depth and learning all of your great knowledge that you're going to be sharing with them on Friday. And those that are not part of it yet, guys, you guys can go out to thebeliefzone.com to work directly with Ursula. Also check out 5+1mastery.com so you can get in there with Ursula, with all the other assistant coaches and all the great training that we provide to you on a weekly basis. And Stephen said, I'm moving to Texas, but I have my summer house in Minnesota. So
it's a good place for a summer house for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say winter. I'm Texas. I've got a rule that says if there, I'm a trainer. I'm like, if there's snow, I don't go. That's my rule for training.
That's a
It's
good
kind of
rule.
tough. It's kind of tough. All right. Well, Ursula, I appreciate you taking 15 minutes out of your busy day to share with us, and I appreciate everyone joining us. We are going to keep this pretty short and sweet because we want everyone just to kind of get a little taste of things to come within the belief zone and within 5+1 mastery. So, Ursula, thank you so much for jumping on today and sharing all your great wisdom.
My pleasure. And thanks again to you and to Chaz and to everyone for inviting me to be part of Master Networks and part of Mastery. I really appreciate it. I'm excited about the next 12 months.
We're looking forward to it as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.